UFC 312 finished up yesterday as the time that this video is going up, hopefully. And well, we're going to be matchmaking a few people on the card. Now, we've got these 6 people on the card. It was a pretty dead event, if we're going to be real here. So we've only got 6 people to match up. This is not like a big stacked event where we're going to match up half the people on the card. We've got 6 people who all fought on the main event, except for Taporia down here. So we're basically going to be matchmaking these guys up. We do this for every single event. Unfortunately, this one is pretty dead, and we're matching up the same amount of people we did for a fight night 1 week ago. Whatever, doesn't matter. Starting off with Ilya Taporia's brother, Alexandra, or whatever his name is, Taporia. Now, I was listening. The only reason why I've gone for Taporia's opponent in this one is because I was listening to Guru speak about it, and he was speaking out. Oh, I can smell a Peyton Tabel matchup. Now, I can also see a Peyton Tabel matchup coming off of a loss, both unranked fighters. The issue is with this though, they have a lot of stock in both of them, and you don't really tend to put. And this is the same reason that I'm going to do for my next one, which is which you'll figure out in a second. But they don't really tend to do 2 fighters who they have a lot of stock in against each other, because it's kind of a lose-lose, if you know what I'm trying to say. Because they're both unranked fighters, so there isn't a ranking coming out of this. And realistically, even if one wins, they might still just get fraud checked by, let's say Taporia wins, he might still get fraud checked by like Rob Font. So it doesn't really make sense to put in, 2 of your top fighters or top future fighters into a effective 1v1, and the one gets stuffed back down to the prelims, and the other one gets put into the main, like, get, not even a shot at the rankings. You be like, if Tabo beats Taporia, he doesn't get a shot at the rankings. He doesn't get ranked. And if Taporia beats Tabo, he doesn't get ranked. So this actually makes no sense at all. I don't even know why I put it in the video. Anyway, moving on to Sharon. Now, I was looking through the heavyweight division. I was thinking, oh, they should put him up against Inchidnu, whatever his name is. He fought at UFC 310, fought at UFC 308. And I was thinking, okay, they should put him up against Inchidnu. Problem is, why would you put 2 of your prospects in the deadest division in the entire company against each other when they're both unranked? The answer to that is I don't know. So that's why I'm not going to do that. And instead, I'm going to put him against a very simple Jake Collier matchup. Now, Jake Collier is probably going to get cut from the UFC if he loses one more fight, if we're being completely real. I need to stop saying that, but doesn't really matter. Teixeira looked good in the 40 seconds he had against bloody Fat Taffer. However, he did look pretty fast, and from what I saw, he could maybe give Tom Aspinall a go. Granted, that was 40 seconds of him against a fat blob of a heavyweight, so who literally almost missed the heavyweight limit and has missed the heavyweight limit before, which is incredible. Nice one, Taffer. I would say Jake Collier is not even a step up in quality, It's like the same level quality, but it's like you're building a resume in the UFC. You won't get fraud checked immediately. This will help you get in the rankings and make the division look a little bit less shit than it already is. You get what I'm trying to say? Moving on. The loser of the co-main event, Tatiana Suarez. Now, fraud checked anyone? This is literally just the fraud checking year. 2025, everyone's getting fraud checked. It's just a new thing to do, But no cardio past round 2. So, lovely. But I've decided to put her up against someone that has also fought somewhat recently. They fought in January. Same division, Mackenzie Dern. Literally no base for this at all. Coming off of a win versus coming off of a loss. Higher ranking, lower ranking. Helped him get back in the win column maybe. Moving on, Zhang Weili. I've gone for this. The winner of, I cannot pronounce one of these names. Yan Zhaonan, obviously the one at the bottom. I don't know, I can't physically pronounce the name of the one in the top left-hand corner. I'm also not going to make fun of her appearance because that'll be very low blow. So, anyway, this makes sense for the women's strawweight division. And unless Zhang Weili wants to move up to, is it flyweight? Above straw? Jeez, man, I'm not educated on the women's divisions. I think it's flyweight. If she wants to move, and then I think it's Valentina Shevchenko who's the flyweight champ. So if she wants to move up to flyweight, makes sense. But this could also work. They can run the rematch with Yan Zhao Nan if she does win, or just run the next title shot with I'm not going to call her a name. This woman. Yeah. Moving on. Loser of the main event, Sean Strickland. My man needs to rebuild himself. Okay. He's lost the rematch against Dricus du Plessis. They're not going to give him a Mavov in a rematch. They're not going to give him Hamzat Chimaev. They're not going to give him Israel. Actually, Israel Adesanya might be a shout, you know. Maybe they run it back with Israel Adesanya. That is a shout. I don't know if they will do that. I don't think Adesanya's going to want to go through the whole dog thing again. So they'll probably just put him up against Kaya Bahalio. Good chance they might give him Vittori coming off a win though. They could give him who else could give? Winner of Cannonier versus Rodriguez could give him the winner of that. They're fighting next week anyway. But Bahalio maybe kind of does link up in terms of timelines if he wants to fight like early summer. Sean Strickland really, he's only really going to heal his nose if we're thinking about it. He just wants to fight as fast as possible. And if he wants to get another shot at the belt, he's got to get back in the cage and start fighting soon because I think he's like 35, maybe 34. Or could be 36. No, he's 33. I'm an idiot. I mean, 3 more years maybe at the top level. If he wants to get back in the belt, maybe fight like once or twice in a year, probably can get back in by the time he's 35 if he has a perfect matchup, but he needs to start fighting soon. And I think he gets a quick matchup against Bahalio. If he loses, he's pretty much out of the title picture anyway. So maybe an Adesanya matchup, but I think Bahalio is better. I've just yapped for about a minute and a half. Moving on to the winner of the main event, Dricus du Plessis. There's really only one answer for this. It is Hamzat Chimaev. Dana White has confirmed it. But I mean, Dana White has also confirmed that Chimaev will be getting the title shot like 5 times before. So it means absolutely nothing until I see that brother walk into the cage. I'm still saying that Dricus du Plessis is not fighting him. So until I see Hamzat Chimaev like bouncing up and down, looking at Dricus du Plessis in a very like flirtatious way in the cage, I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting any source. He's going to get sick a week before the fight. In terms of who would win that matchup, I'm banking with Dricus du Plessis. I don't trust the cardio of Hamzat Chimaev. And he's not going to submit Dricus du Plessis in the first round like he did to Whittaker. First things first, he took 4 minutes to submit Whittaker, which is fair enough. But du Plessis' jaw isn't just going to cave, right? He doesn't have weak teeth like Whittaker does, okay? He also has better wrestling than Whittaker. So, and I also don't trust the gas tank of Chimaev. I've mentioned that multiple times. People are getting fraud checked this year because their gas tank is awful. And I think Chimaev might be the next on that list. Anyway, let me know what you think about matchups. We do this every single card. By we, I mean me, because I'm the only one behind this bloody productions. I'm sat in my room in I don't know, a blanket over my microphone. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.